Hello people of YouTube, 'tis I once more, the Crimson Assassin, here today promising you the video that I promised yesterday in my update video. I am here today to finally give you guys an anime review, the first anime review for 2017. Get pumped, because today I am going to finally review the anime I've been always dying to see. I've always wanted to watch the franchise in general, and now I finally sat down and actually watched the prequel to this franchise, and now I can finally share to you my thoughts on Fate Zero. And before we get to the meat and potatoes of this review, I just want to let you guys know something. Number one, I have not watched Fate Stay Night nor Fate Stay Night Unlimited Blade Works. And number two, I've never played the visual novel for Fate Stay Night or Fate Stay Night Unlimited Blade Works. I never played any of them. I stayed away from them. Not for any particular reason, but I just did not have the time to, or didn't really want to see it until one of my friends really wanted me to watch it, so I said, screw it. And so, much like JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, I didn't know where to start when it comes to the Fate franchise, so I had to rely on the internet or one of my friends to tell me what order should I watch Fate. And he recommended me, well, first you should watch Fate Zero, and then Fate Stay Night Unlimited, not Unlimited Blade Works, but Fate Stay Night, the original, and then Unlimited Blade Works. So, in that regard, cool. Other than that, people, never seen it. So, this is my review without watching Fate Zero. And all I really have to say, people, is this. But first, let's get on with the actual review. So the story of Fate Zero takes place in the Fourth Holy Grail War, where 7 masters and 7 servants fight to the death as they compete for the Holy Grail, an item that grants someone, well, the winner of the Holy Grail War, one wish. And the wish could be basically whatever their hearts desire. So you basically see all the 7 masters and all 7 servants fight in this Holy Grail. Basically, blood, mayhem, brutality ensued. Like I said, people of YouTube, I really wanted to check out the Fate franchise, and this was the one that my friend Danny and my other friend Danny recommended me to actually start off with. So, with that being said, I took it with a grain of salt because I knew this series was heavily praised upon the anime community for having the best action in anime to date. And in some cases I agree, but then there's other cases, we'll get into that bit. And all in all, people of YouTube, what are my thoughts? Well, for starters, the animation. The animation is done swimmingly. It is amazing. Absolutely freaking breathtaking. Just the view of like a horizon or a peak is just breathtaking. You just take in the scenery, and it just looks so realistic. You know, just by looking at the clouds, they just look real. They look authentic. They look fantastic. They look like if you were to actually look on a sky, it's gorgeous. It's down near perfection when it comes to the animation. And then, speaking of the animation, the action in the anime is really solid, very fast-paced, very intense, and very interesting. It'll keep you gripped. It'll keep you engaged. The action is very solid. Now, what are the two main things to make a great anime? A story and characters. The story of the anime, albeit it's very deep, dark, and complex. There's very many layers to the story of the anime, and definitely the story will keep you engaged and it'll keep you enticed in what's going on in the anime. And my god, this anime does not hold anything back when it comes to its story. They show a lot of shit in this story, and they do not hold anything back. This is quite one of the, not the goriest anime, but definitely an anime. If we're not good with taking blood in, don't watch it. Please don't. They don't hold shit back. Not to mention that the story, wow, that ending, it just, wow. that shit completely caught me off guard. And there's so many, like, great plot twists and reveals in the story. Like I said, it'll keep you engaged, it'll keep you enthralled. Definitely watch it, purely for the story. Now, the characters. Now, I would say I loved a lot of the characters. In fact, all the characters of the anime, ranging from main to side to support, they all served their purpose, they all served well, and all in all, they've done their job very well. Starting off with some of the characters that I really like, we'll talk about the Seven Servants first, because obviously those guys are like the ones that people like to talk about. My personal favorites have to go to Saber and Ryder. Without question, the two characters that get the most development and the two characters that you really grow attached to and really be really fond of. Especially Ryder. I love Ryder. I loved his backstory. I loved everything about him. And his reason for going to try to go against the Holy Grail, very solid. What he desires, what he wishes, what he wants is very interesting. It'll also, again, keep you very alright. I love this character. His personality is great, and I just liked him. Saber, on the other hand, she is quite more complex and more deep. There's a lot of layers to Saber as a character, thus making her more interesting, and she is fairly greatly developed. Her backstory is well told, and her execution is damn near flawless, and Noble Phantasm, again, she is no force to be reckoned with, so I applaud Saber. Another character I found very attached to and very quite fond of is Lancer, another one of the Seven Servants, and who is also a character who is definitely has his own will, has his own honor. I respect men who actually go against the odds, and I just like this character a lot. My only gripe with his character is that they didn't really delve into a lot of his backstory, but for what we got from Lancer, well told. Not to mention the main protagonist of the anime, which I'm not going to reveal because if you have not seen Fate Stay Night, he's something sort of, I'm not going to reveal that, and plus I almost forgot his name, I'll be honest, I forgot his name, but he too was a very solid, entertaining, and well-told character. Again, a lot of layers to his character. The main character of Fate Zero is very multi-layered. There's a lot of things involving in this man's life that will, again, keep you intrigued and will keep you enthralled throughout. Especially his relationship with Iris Field. Damn near perfect. And speaking of Iris Field, I thought that this character was going to be the weakest link, but actually she's not. Much like a lot of the other characters in Fate, she is without question the most interesting one, considering that she is a homunculus and that she actually falls in love with the main protagonist. I can't reveal him. She's actually in love with him, and their relationship and bond is quite solid. They have a daughter, and it's, again, damn near perfect. I love their relationship. It's quite solid. And so I think that's pretty much all the things I want to mention. That's the pros, but what are the cons of the anime? And there are only a few. Mainly the first season, as in the first season of the anime, albeit, gets quite boring. It took me 13 episodes to get to the good stuff, people. And not to say that there weren't any memorable moments in the first season. In fact, one of the memorable moments that happens in the first season pertains to one thing, episode 8. And in that episode, I like to call that episode the episode of ideologies, as in, like, there's stuff going on in the anime, and the three servants, Saber, Ryder, and Archer, they all have like this little meet and greet, and they're just discussing their ideologies of being a king. And that one episode was perfect, was damn near drop dead perfect. A battle of ideologies. This war is not really messing them physically, but also mentally. And that right there is, again, and you also got to hear what they would do if they were to win the Holy Grail, and that episode was the best one. But the rest of it is kind of boring, and it didn't really get good until you get to the second season, and only then did the action really kicked up. And like this, for an anime that's so heavily focused on action, there's barely any action. Not to say that the action was bad, but there were few and far between, and the anime, I thought this anime would have more action and less talking. okay? And like I said, I don't care this anime is a visual novel. I don't care. But if I see that there's an issue with an anime, I will point it out. And for an anime to be an action anime, there wasn't really much action involved in it. Not to say that the action was bad, but you get the gists. I didn't find that to be no good. No good. But all in all, people of YouTube, those are really the only gripes and issues that I had with Fate Zero, as I find this anime to be very enthralling, very interesting. It'll definitely keep you engaged, and my score for the anime, it's not a bad score. It's definitely a good score, and I will definitely rate this an 8.5 out of 10. It is definitely an anime worth your time, worth investing, and I recommend you watch this anime first before checking out Fate Stay Night and Fate Stay Night Unlimited Blade Works. I know I did, and yes, people, later on in the future, I will get around to watching Fate Stay Night and Unlimited Blade Works. And so, people, that's going to wrap this video up. So until then, people of YouTube, leave a comment down below. What did you guys think of Fate Zero? Did you like it? Did you hate it? Please leave a comment down below. If you really wanted to watch it, let's have a discussion. Please, I love comments. I might reply late, but I always reply. So people of YouTube, it says I once more, the Crimson Assassin, saying peace.